И всем привет, дорогие друзья, с вами Макс Мастерс, и мы продолжаем играть в Сэма Макс второй сезон, и это эпизод 4. Напомню то, что здесь перевод другой, то есть четвертый следующий эпизод команда Тломов Тим не переводили, а переводили Neo Game.
Okay, we're in, boys.
Bosco! Free anti-mind control helmets for the first 50 lunatics to come out of hiding!
I've been telling you, little pals, he's just plain vanished.
We'd better look around the joint for clues.
Good plan, Sammo. Guess that's why they call you guys in for the brainy stuff, and leave the senseless violence to the likes of me.
I deeply resent that comment, Mr. Paper.
Yeah, Flint. We're gonna have to join together and use every detective skill we know to find Bosco.
Well, that's a no-go. Any more ideas?
Let me think.
Так. Ну, как я понял, Сэм и Макс и Флинт Пейпер пытаются найти Боско. Все-таки, конечно, дело серьезное, но выполнить его придется. Давайте для начала поговорим с Флинтом Пейпером. Узнаем, куда мог деться Боско, когда он исчез, какова его причина исчезновения.
Hey, Flint.
Found anything yet, Sammy?
Still working on it.
Есть какие-нибудь наводки Боско?
Any leads on where Bosco went?
He kept yapping on about THEM and his secret bunker. The poor delusional sap.
А кто видел Боско?
What's the word on the street on Bosco's disappearance?
I've been making chin music with every pigeon in this bird, but nobody's singing. Trails dried up like a hobo's inner thigh.
How quickly the lingo goes from colorful to gut-churning.
Ну да, логично.
What happened to Bosco again?
It's like I told you, Sam. He's vanished like a C note on race day. Right off the face of the earth.
А какой твой интерес в Боско?
Why were you keeping an eye on Bosco?
A going-away present for my old partner. God rest that bastard. First case he ever had, 40 years ago, and never solved. Some doll who wanted to keep an eye on this Bosco mook. Said he'd done her wrong, and he had to take the fall.
Так, может быть это Стинки или Сибил? Навряд ли Сибил. Наверное, Стинки может быть. Непонятно. А когда исчез Боско?
How long has Bosco been missing?
While you were in Schnitzeltown making chummy with the undead, there was a ruckus in the back of this dive. After that, the B-Man took a powder.
Пока мы там с мертвецами тусили, пытались вернуть к себе к прежней жизни в нормальный вид. Мы все-таки не знали, куда пропал Боско. Пока нам Флинт об этом не оповестил. Ну, мы попытаемся найти Боско.
Don't worry, Flint. We've got the skills to find whoever kidnapped Bosco.
I am still president, after all.
That may be, but are you a bad enough president to rescue the dude?
Stick around, Flint.
You boys know where to find me.
Интересно, сможем ли мы выйти?
It's not like you to give up on a case, Sammo.
You're right, Flint. Don't know what came over me.
Come on, pals. We can't leave until we found Bosco.
Логично.
I've always wondered what Bosco keeps hidden back here.
I've always wondered if he's wearing pants back there.
То есть на протяжении этого всего эпизода мы даже не сможем побродить по нашей улице. А кое-где в другом помещении. О, голова Муай.
It's Bosco's My First Moai Head toy.
Но она нам пригодится для сканирования рентгена самого.
All right, let's have a look at your X-ray, Mr. Moai Head. We'll see what's causing that persistent tinnitus.
Prognosis, Sam?
Either this toy has a tumor the size of an overfed cat, or it's too dark to read it.
Так. И прикрепляем этот снимок на само окошечко рентгена.
It looks like...
Say it?
It looks like Bosco's as clever as you are at cutting-edge intellectual humor.
You gotta admit, that is pretty funny.
Так. И вводим сам код для того, чтобы попасть в ванную комнату.
You did it, Sammo.
Let's check in the bathroom for more clues.
Да. Так, здесь, как видно, улик нету. Может быть, они в туалете. Так, а вот, кстати, то радио, по которому с нами связывался Боско, когда мы его пытались отвлечь для того, чтобы взять банан. Так. Да, прикольные все-таки приборы. Ну да ладно, не будем терять времени и зайдем.
Let's see if there's anything in the bathroom to tell us where Bosco's top-secret bunker is. Or maybe the bathroom is his top-secret bunker.
This is exactly where I'd want to spend an apocalypse.
I sense that something terrible happened here.
Ho ho! You don't know the half of it.
На уж. Так. Чё? Вантус Боскотек.
The Bosco Tech Drain Liberator 6000. I'm not going anywhere near that thing.
Not after seeing what it did to that sludgy delivery guy.
The sound alone still haunts my nightmares.
Освободитель 6000. Прикольное название у Вантуса. Так. Что
Bosco keeps plenty of baking soda on hand to keep the bathroom fresh.
Да, прикольно. О, маскировочка. Да, кстати, я скажу сразу то, что вот этой вот маскировки ее не было на протяжении всех 3 сезонов, ее не было. Вообще не было. Да, и даже в первом сезоне ее не было вообще. Ну, были вот только вот эти 4. Так, и давайте откроем двери.
Hot toilet wine. Everything Bosco would need to survive for months.
О, давайте возьмем бутылку вина.
A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley.
Woof! Nippy Valley Woof. For party time or any time.
Some idiot left the cork out, Max. It turned to vinegar.
Винегар. Так, давайте что ли у Макса спросим, может быть он что-нибудь знает. Хотя нет, навряд ли.
I'll bet we can find Bosco's trail if we just repeat everything he did.
All right, fool. I'll start by buying a convenience store and standing in it until the music turns me into a delusional maniac.
And I'll start wearing tight-fitting t-shirts. Ready? Go. Keep looking for clues, Max.
I'm on the case. What was that for, Sam?
That barrel was looking at me funny.
А, нет, для начала нам нужно сделать вот так. А затем вот так.
It's like I'm always telling you, Sam. We need a much bigger explosion.
This time, you might be right, Max.
Да, ты прав, Макс. Нам нужна более мощная взрывчатка. Ну, мы сделали такой небольшой, малюсенький бабах. Правда, это еще не весь бабах. Потому что дальше будет куда еще интересней.
And the school board said our cases had no educational merit.
Do it again! Do it again! What's that noise?
И... Что это? За нами пришли они.
They've come for us, Max. It's THEM.
Good! About time we found out who's responsible for this travesty.
Скоро мы выясним наконец-то, кто такие они. Колесницы псов. Chariots of the Dogs на самом деле это пародия на название Chariots of the Gods. То есть Chariots of the Gods есть такая книга о происхождении, то есть НЛО, об фактах НЛО и о парадоксах времени. Ну, здесь почти все так же будет, только здесь чуть-чуть поменяли местами буковки D и G. И получилось Chariots of the Dogs.
Hey, guys. Look, I can explain.
Did you get a haircut, Bosco? There's something different.
Finally see a doctor about that, personal problem?
You guys done?
Yeah, that's all we got.
Good. Now shut up and help me!
What seems to be the problem, Bessie?
That
Bessie.
elevator over there! It's horrible! I went inside looking for THEM, but when I got out, I saw my mother! It gets worse. I ran out of there fast as I could, and when I came out, I was like this! You gotta fix it, guys!
Да, мы нашли Боско, но он стал коровой. И нам надо вернуть его в нормальный вид. И что ты тут делаешь?
What are you doing on an alien spaceship?
I got tired of being scared of THEM. I finally said, bring them on! I built this device that let me predict where they were gonna show up next. Then I let them come on and take me.
So, did you get udders, or are you a boy cow?
That's none of our business, Max. What happened next, Bosco?
I used the device on myself, you know, to test it. After that, it's all a blur.
А где, собственным образом, сам детектор?
Where's this THEM detector device you were talking about?
I don't know. I must have lost it in that elevator after I got turned into this thing.
А мы где находимся? На корабле, что ли?
What is this place, Bosco?
You guys still don't get it? This is it! The center of the entire operation of THEM!
Kinda sparse for the headquarters of a sinister cabal bent on world domination.
You don't need much room when you can go anywhere you want through time and space.
Логично. На, я бы с радостью бы сказал, кто такие они, THEM. Но так как я не буду пока что держать в тайне, пока мы не выясним, кто такие они, то есть пока мы их не найдем, я пока не буду говорить, кто это такие. Ну, я знаю, кто такие они, конечно, THEM. Ну, пока что я буду держать это в тайне. Ну, скоро вы сами все поймете.
The place seems pretty empty. Where are THEY hanging out?
I don't know, but you can bet they're around here somewhere, just waiting to probe us and turn us all into freakish animal-human hybrids.
Bosco, Sam is standing right here.
What's with all the volcanoes back in your store?
Guys, try to keep up. Haven't you figured anything out yet? The volcano is what summons the spaceship, fools!
Sam, is it my imagination, or are we being scolded by the guy who's half cow?
Don't go anywhere, Bosco.
Now where am I gonna go looking like this? Help me get back to normal, guys!
Normal? We'll get you back the way you were before, but we're not promising more than that.
Так, понятно. Так. Сможем ли мы туда зайти?
Bosco's oppressors could spring out of there any moment, ray guns blazing. There's no way to open it. There's no way to open it.
Is no way to open it. Да, прикалывает меня эта фраза немножечко.
Move!
What did you say?
Move, fool!
Боско стал мычать. Да, кстати, эта дверь ведет в зал управления вот этим вот всем кораблем. То есть, да, вот там скрываются они. Но мы пока туда войти не можем. Там сидят они, и они управляют этим кораблем, собственно. И, ну, как я уже говорил, пока мы не найдем их, я пока не скажу, кто это такие вообще. Потому что это должно оставаться в тайне. О, какой-то прибор.
There appears to be an 18% loss of efficiency in the starboard tachyon pulse perambulator. It'd take me 4 days to fix.
You have 30 seconds!
Кнопка.
It's the elevator's emergency recall button.
Так. Динамики.
Looks like some kind of weird alien radio.
Да, прикольно, конечно. Кресло капитана.
Appears to be made of the finest leather from only the finest in mutilated cattle.
Don't joke about that!
Вот, центральный прибор. Ну, мы с ним сможем поговорить.
Hey Max, what do you think this thing is?
Calibrating. Complete. I now have mastered your primitive but no less valid language. Please choose from the following topics of conversation.
Так. Ну, здесь можно выбрать команды, такие как идентификация системы, идентификация хозяина, явный запрос, лифтовое применение, системные настройки. Так, это чтобы сказать ему пока, закончить разговор, собственно. Так. Ну, прежде давайте перейдем к явному запросу или... Нет, системные настройки, во.
What are my options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
Так. Внушение политически правильно, пассивно-агрессивно, может быть злобный. Нет, пассивно-агрессивно, скорее всего.
Passive-aggressive.
Selection acknowledged. I'll just alter my entire personality matrix to make you more comfortable.
Понятно. Лифтовое применение.
How do we use that elevator?
Just print out a time card whenever it's convenient for you. Don't worry about wasting paper or anything.
Так. Печать хронокарт.
We'd like to get a time card, please.
I cannot print a time card until the captain chooses a destination.
Ну, это мы пока сделать не можем. Закончить.
So long.
Fine. Leave. It's not like I was still talking.
Так, вроде бы нет, не это. То, что там... Если я не ошибаюсь...
What are my options?
My personality can be... Please choose.
Злобный.
Abusive.
Good choice, moron.
Так, понятно.
So long.
Get lost, failure.
Да, вроде вот так, да. Ну, почему я выбрал именно злобный? Ну, потому что нам понадобится эта функция очень скоро. Для парадокса там, короче, в одном местечке там нам понадобится сделать. Ну и чтобы не ходить туда-сюда лишний раз, вот я выбрал именно эту опцию. Что за кнопка?
It's the elevator's emergency recall button.
А, ну это когда экстренный вызов, когда лифта самого нету. Так, ну что у нас здесь? Одна карта. 1963 год. Боскос Inconvenience. А, так это же самый магазин Боско. В 60-х годах. Давайте туда зайдем. Ну, с помощью этого лифта мы можем путешествовать, как бы сказать, во времени. Да. Как бы вы не слышали, но это так.
Bosco's again? How'd we end up back here?
Judging from the lack of safety railings and ready availability of guns and
Oh.
ammo, I'd say
Что
we've
это?
gone back in time. Seems to be sometime in the early sweet mother of mole sauce.
You fools gonna buy something, or do you want to make a baby?
Well now.
Так. Ну, это мать самого Боско. Я слышал то, что она будет... Ну, то есть она часто появляется в 3-м сезоне, да. То есть она часто там будет появляться. Так, давайте посмотрим, что здесь. О, углеродный датировщик. Да, знакомая штука, полезная. Да. Давно все-таки не пользовались этой штукой. Да, в последний раз мы ею пользовались в 4-м эпизоде 1-го сезона, кажется, это было, да.
Hey Max, remember that old carbon dater we got from Sybil last year?
Yeah, we gave it to Bosco so he could keep scanning his weenies.
Looks like he's made some modifications to it.
Так. Ну, давайте, наверное, сканируем себя.
It printed out a card with the Intergalactic Freelance Police logo. Sounds intriguingly futuristic.
Межгалактическая внештатная полиция. Ну, это офис будущего. И теперь давайте на Максе.
It printed a time card with Stinky's logo on it.
С логотипом Стинки. Так. Ну. Что-то не лень так подходить. Так, ну что-то там все...
На.
А, не канает. На, в тот раз все-таки каналы. Так, а давайте сделаем вот так. Ой, да блин, ё-моё. Нельзя быть таким загороженным. Да блин, ё-моё. На, вот все.
It printed a time card with a presidential seal and some strange numbers.
Угу.
What was that?
We just needed to scan you for,
The hell you did! Explain yourselves!
You must be Mrs. Bosco.
That's Ms. Bosco. I don't want any part of your oppressive patriarchy.
Fair enough, ma'am. Miss, you.
Who are you?
Sam and Max, freelance police.
Finally, the police! Maybe you can help me catch that fool.
Ну так. Ну, давайте с ней поговорим, что ли. Так, ну, я случайно нажал на маму Боско. Ну, давайте уже с ним поговорим, что ли. Кого вы хотели поймать?
Which fool did you want us to catch exactly?
That man who just came in here yelling about conspiracies and busting up the place.
Bosco always did know how to make a memorable first impression.
А кто был вандалом?
Can you tell us more about the man who trashed your shop?
He took one look at me and screamed.
That should narrow the list of suspects down to any man with eyes.
Then he stumbled back and ran right into my baby maker.
Ouch!
Ну что ж, опасайтесь, грабители.
We can't take the case, but we'll keep an eye out for your vandal, Miss Bosco.
I swear if I ever find him, I'm gonna make sure he gets no pleasure in this life.
Aw, I haven't heard a tale of motherly love like that since the Manchurian Candidate.
Сказали делать ребенка.
What was that you said about making a baby?
I'm made uncomfortable by this line of questioning, Sam.
That's just 'cause you're scared of a world where career-minded women don't need to be tied to a man to have a family. This ain't the past anymore. It's the 1960s. They can talk about putting a person on the moon, and I can invent a baby-making machine.
И как работает эта машина?
Well, how does this baby-making machine work?
You just take a DNA sample from the mother and the other person and combine them in that machine. Let it bake a couple hours and you've got a beautiful baby girl. Or boy, I guess. I've already got my own samples in there. I'm gonna test it out tonight after closing.
How do you get the DNA samples?
Isn't that obvious?
Так.
Saliva, fools!
Well, naturally.
Oh, of course.
Слюна. Образец ДНК. Да, звучит, конечно, прикольно.
Where'd you get the father's sample?
Oh, him. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. for a special occasion, and when I was touring the White House, I met a nice man in a dark suit.
Это уже
He was
Супербол.
polite and didn't say much. Seemed like his spit was as good as anybody else's, so I picked him.
Мы хотим помочь вашему сыну.
We're here to help your son.
I don't have a son. You think it's not enough I'm a businesswoman and inventor? A woman's only useful if she's got a son.
It's not that. We're friends with him.
Well, acquaintances.
We know him.
We've spoken to him more than once.
Doesn't matter.
Конечно.
I'm not defined by my children.
Э,
But when I do have one, she's gonna be the most perfect little angel.
Понятно.
See you later, Miss Bosco.
We're gonna pick up some swinging 60s chicks and start a groovy hullabaloo.
Men.
Cut it out, Max. You don't even like girls.
Oh, right.
You got a problem with women?
Nah, just never interested. With all the general malice I have to get done in a day, girls are just a huge waste of time.
I have never been as turned on as I am right now.
What?
You just never found the right woman, and I never found the right man. Forget the baby maker.
Catastrophic temporal anomaly
Oh.
detected.
Run away with me, Max, my white stallion.
Curse my irresistible animal magnetism.
Так. Тебе стоит передумать.
Miss Bosco, I really think you should reconsider.
I can already see us, living next door to that nice detective.
Well, it would be nice having someone to do my laundry,
You don't even wear clothes.
and yet I always end up with so many blood-stained shirts. 'Tis a mystery.
Как насчет детей?
Think of your children. What about that?
I won't need kids once I have the love of my Max. He'll be my new little pet project.
Ну, вряд ли. Макс не влюблен.
Max just isn't that into you.
Oh, geez, Sam, show a little tact. What he means to say is, there is absolutely no way, no how I would ever be interested in you until the day the Earth is consumed by the flames of our exploding sun.
You say that now.
Макс сумасшедший.
Max is belligerent, recalcitrant, and quite possibly psychotic.
So you're jealous, is that it? Want to keep him all to yourself?
I never knew you felt this way, Sam.
Temporal anomaly detected.
Shut up. It's not like that.
На, походу, портативный ИИ там заговорился. Про аномалию там. Максу девушки не нравится.
Max doesn't even like girls.
They're a nuisance at best.
Hasn't been interested since... Well, when did that start exactly?
I think it all goes back to that time we were... No flashback? Okay. Well, it's been ever since junior high.
Макс тебе не подходит.
Max is no good for you.
Oh, I can fix him.
Понятно. Так,
I'm a bad seed. I can't be faithful to just one woman.
Oh, I'm enough for at least a dozen women. You dog, you.
у нас разные интересы.
We're from different worlds. I'm from Earth, and you're from the freakiest planet of the freak system.
Opposites attract, baby. You're the only man not falling over himself to get me.
Понятно. В моем офисе жесткие требования.
I'm president of the U.S., and you'd make a lousy first lady.
You just don't know what you want. I may not be the first, but I'm the last lady you'll ever need.
Я часто увлечен работой.
I'm married to my career.
They had the ceremony in Canada because it's legal there.
All those excuses you keep making just prove you need me.
Дело во мне.
Just looking at you repulses me.
And that's from a guy who has a 12-volume scrapbook labeled Things I Have Shed.
You can try to push me away, but I know how you really feel.
Нужно чаще расставаться.
I think I'd rather take napalm in an IV drip while being pulled through a wheat thresher than spend another second with you.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
Понятно. И все сказал, что мог.
Look, lady, you just don't get it. I'm just not into you.
Keep on protesting. It just makes me know you're the one.
Понятно. Так. Ну, давайте, наверное, попытаемся взять образцы.
This sample has been completely contaminated by milk. It'll have to be replaced.
На.
This sample says Mama Bosco.
Don't touch that. I made that sample when my spit was most fertile.
Не дают. А вот химический отборник, да-да. Он нам понадобится, ну, для того, чтобы брать ДНК.
What's this?
It's my chemical sampler. Get somebody to spit on it, and it gives you a sample test tube for the baby maker.
Mind if we borrow it?
Go ahead. I already got all I need.
О, можно зайти посмотреть, что есть в ванной. Та самая бутылка уксуса. Точнее, вина.
A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley brand vinegar.
Ah, some idiot left the cork in, Sam. It's still wine.
Let's just let that breathe for a few decades, Max.
Ага. Так. Пробка. Вау. Да, у нас есть пробка. Почему-то она переведена как корк. Хотя это неправильно. Так, ну, давайте выйдем. Тут нам делать больше нечего.
What do you think you're doing?
You know, the usual. Traveling through time and stuff.
Override. You've caused a catastrophic temporal anomaly. You're going back to the ship so you can think about what you've done.
И что мы натворили? Так. Что мы натворили? О, да, точно. Вот что мы натворили.
Just look at what you did.
Sam, what's a catastrophic temporal paradox?
That!
What the hell did you guys do?
Max, when you made Mama Bosco decide not to have a baby, that meant Bosco was never born.
But if Bosco was never born, then we never would have gone back to meet Mama Bosco in the first place. Neat!
Are you fools just gonna stand there explaining everything, or are you gonna fix me?
Sheesh! Give a guy a cool cow body, and all of a sudden he's the owner of the time stream.
Так, ну вот у нас изменилось. Изменился, точнее, парадокс, так называемый, или произошла временная аномалия. То, что Боско то исчезает, то появляется. Ну, то есть становится прозрачным или непрозрачным. Так, давайте положим наши карточки. Стопки. На. Так, ну... Также мы еще отправимся и в другие места. Ну как... Да блин. Такие как офис будущего. Закусочные Стинки даже есть. Может быть, там будет тот самый дедок Стинки. Так. Можем даже в овальный кабинет. Ну, это мы будем делать в следующей части. А пока спасибо, что смотрели. Не забывайте подписываться на канал и ставить лайки. С вами был Макс Мастерс. Всем пока.